Good morning. My name is Laura Piffero, and I'm a proud member of the Tamokbana Western Shoshone Nation from northeastern Nevada. I also serve on the Native Community Action Council based in Las Vegas, Nevada. I currently live in Chandler, Arizona, and have called the Valley home since 1983. I come here today not just as an individual, but as a voice for my people and for the many indigenous communities who have been speaking the truth for generations, often unheard. As Native people, our identity is deeply rooted in the land. For us, Mother Earth is not a resource. She is a living being. She gives life, she nourishes us, she teaches us, and she holds the memories of all of our ancestors. Our songs, our ceremonies, our language, all are born from our relationship to the land. When that land is desecrated, when the water is poisoned, when the air is made unclean, it is not just an environmental issue, it is a spiritual wound. I have witnessed firsthand the long-term impacts of environmental harm, from nuclear testing and uranium contamination to the encroachment on sacred lands. Many of our tribal nations, including my own, still live the consequences of decisions that were made without our consent, without our voices, and without respect for the earth or her people. Through my work with the Native Community Action Council, we fight to bring attention to these injustices, especially those related to nuclear waste and its lasting impact on our health and our land. These are not issues of the past. They continue to affect our communities today. The lands of Nevada and its neighboring sister states have long been the testing grounds for weapons of mass destruction, specifically nuclear weapons. From 1951 through the 1990s, over 900 nuclear tests were conducted at the Nevada Test Site, now called the Nevada National Security Site. These were done without the informed consent of the indigenous peoples whose ancestral lands were targeted, including my tribe, the Western Shoshone Nation of Nevada. These tests did not just release radioactive fallout into the sky, they released a legacy of pain, sickness, and generational trauma. Families, many of them indigenous, were exposed to radiation through the air, through the water, through the plants and animals they lived with. Many still suffer from cancer, thyroid disease, and other illnesses tied directly to these tests. Yet the United States government continues to act as if the history is behind us, but it is not. Today, we are still fighting the proposed revival of nuclear weapons programs under the guise of modernization, the transportation and storage of high-level nuclear waste, especially ongoing attempts to store waste at Yucca Mountain, a site sacred to the Western Shoshone and other tribes, and located in an active seismic zone. A lack of transparency and tribal consultation as agencies to continue to plan and build on indigenous lands without free, prior, and informed consent. The continued disregard for treaty rights, especially our 1863 Treaty of Ruby Valley, Nevada, which was never legally overturned and affirms Western Shoshone sovereignty over lands now used by the government for testing and dumping. These are not just environmental issues. These are issues of sovereignty, human rights, and environmental justice. When the government chooses to use indigenous lands for testing or waste storage, they are saying again that our lives, our lands, and our future generations are disposable. We are here to say no more. We demand true accountability from federal agencies like the Department of Energy and the Department of Defense. We also demand the permanent rejection of nuclear waste storage at Yucca Mountain, recognition and enforcement of treaty rights, full health support and compensation for downwind communities and exposed tribal members, and most of all, we demand respect for the land, for the treaties, and for the indigenous knowledge that has protected these places for generations. This is not only about the past, it is about the choices we make now for the future of Mother Earth and all who call her home. Being here in Arizona, I recognize that this land, too, holds deep meaning for many tribal nations. I stand in solidarity with those who protect the lands from destruction, who resist extraction, and who speak for the voiceless, for the water, the animals, the plants, and future generations. As Native people, we have always known that the health of the land is tied to the health of the people. We cannot separate the two. And so I urge all of us in this room today, tribal, non-tribal allies, to listen to indigenous voices, to honor Indigenous knowledge, and to commit to real action that protects the sacred. Our stories are not just history. We are here, we are resilient, and we will continue to speak for Mother Earth because she has always spoken for us. Thank you.